Hi folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another match day video. We're in League One again for the final time this season. We've come all the way to Peterhead. We've got Peterhead versus Kelty Hearts. Not much to play for in this game, I've got to say. Kelty already know they're going to be relegated and they're going to be playing in League 2 next season. Peterhead comfortable in the mid-table. They can't make the promotion playoffs and they are safe from the relegation playoffs. So a little bit of a dead rubber here today, but nonetheless I think Kelty will want to sign off the season in a little bit of style, go out with a bang and get themselves ready for League 2 next season. So please stay tuned. We'll have all of the pre-match build-up, we'll have all the match day action, and if you stick around right to the very end, we'll look at the final scores and the final standings on the last day of the season. So for the final time this year, I'm Kevin Marshall and this is Peterhead versus Kelty Hearts.
Lay down your fate, just enjoy in my game. Give up your tricks, I know your actions are fake. Lay down your fate, just enjoy in my game.
So you see the teams are out now just going through their pre-match warm-up. I've got a team sheet in front of me. It's a slightly unusual looking starting 11 for Kelty today. Obviously making a few changes and giving a few fringe players a chance to make a start. So I think what it looks like to me is that Kelty will start with Kyle Gourley in goal. Back four will be Jack Bryden, Jack Wiley, probably Brodie Patterson and Murray Thomas. Midfield is likely to be Alex Ferguson, Lewis Moore, Ennis Murray, Luke McCarville, Ross Cunningham, and I think that will mean Grant Leach will be lone striker up top. Not 100% sure, like I say, it is a little bit of an unusual lineup, so we'll check on that once the game gets underway and see if we can confirm what that lineup looks like. So just a quick look at the league table. As I said earlier, Kelty, the relegation is already confirmed regardless of what happens here today. Today's result will have no bearing on their league position. They will finish in 10th spot and that will confirm relegation into League 2. Peterhead, as I said, comfortable in 5th there, and again the result for them today doesn't really have any bearing on their final position. They can't make it into the promotion playoff spots, so they are comfortable and they will finish the season in mid-table, which is pretty good for a side who were promoted from League 2 at the beginning of this season. So yeah, like I said earlier, a little bit of a dead rubber, maybe not an awful lot to play for other than pride and bragging rights, I guess. I'll look at the head-to-head here. 9 previous meetings between these two sides, and Peterhead with 5 wins in those 9 games, so dominating the head-to-head results. Kelty with 2 wins and 2 draws. Kelty have never won on this ground, so I guess that's really their incentive today here, is gain a little bit of pride, maybe set themselves up for the off-season and maybe try and get their first win here at the Balmoor Stadium in Peterhead. I guess the only other thing really maybe worth mentioning at this point is some of these players will obviously be out of contract at the end of, well, effectively at the end of this game, which is the end of the season. So I'm quite sure some of these players here will be playing to try and impress the manager and maybe give him something to think about over the summer in terms of new contracts. I'm quite sure that will also mean that some of these players will be moving out, and there'll be, I'm quite sure, some new faces coming in. So yeah, it does have very much that last day of school type of feel about it. Players looking quite relaxed, quite a bit of laughter on the bus on the way up. I think obviously the pressure is off now. The last couple of weeks have been a bit of a nail biter for the fans and for the players, but I guess now that relegation is confirmed, the pressure is off. They can just think about this game on its own, and like I say, go out finish the season on a bit of a high and take themselves off into the summer break with at least a little boost of confidence before coming back for pre-season training. On my watch, I make it about 20 minutes to kick-off time. As you can see there, the pitch is full. There's plenty of players out there soaking up that last bit of pre-match atmosphere before heading off to the summer break. I'm going to go grab some pictures just before kick-off, and we'll pick this up again once the action gets underway. Hi folks, so that's the game underway now. Just played a couple of minutes. Just a quick update. I think I maybe got the formation right, but not quite the personnel. It looks like a chance here. Hold on a second. Go on, Lukey boy. Yeah, okay. Chance looks like it's gone now. I think it looks like Innes Murray is playing as the striker with Leach, Grant Leach. I think I'm right in saying this is his first start in the league for Kelty. He's playing a little bit deeper in midfield. So other than that, it's pretty much as I'd thought. We've got Murray Thomas at right back. We've got, it looks like Jack Wiley. Brodie Patterson is at left back, and the centre halves are Jack Bryden and Jack Wiley. And then let's say the midfield is pretty much as I'd expected, just with Grant Leach sitting a little bit deeper and Innes Murray as the lone striker up top. Kelty have started quite brightly. They've had a couple of corners, came close to one, just a good block on the line to take it out for another corner. So we've played about 6 or 7 minutes of the game, and it's currently Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Hi folks, so that's just played just about half an hour. Just a scare at the back there for Kelty. It was a free kick to Peterhead. They didn't really deal with it, and it was the second phase of ball came back into the box and beat Kyle Gourley, but the referees pulled it back. I'm not sure if it's for an infringement or if it was for offside, but either way the goal has been disallowed. So half an hour on the watch, and it's still Kelty Hearts, still Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Hi folks. So half time here at Peterhead, and it's Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Trying to find something interesting to say about that first half, and it's going to be difficult. I think Kelty started off quite brightly. They had a good run of corners early doors, but never really pressed home that advantage, never made anything off those corners. And the longer the half went on, the more Peterhead came back into it. They had the ball in the net on the stroke of the half hour. I was just speaking to one of the Kelty fans, Mr. Moreland there, and he was telling me the goal was actually disallowed for a foul, a push in the back on one of the Kelty defenders. He had a good view of it. So yeah, that goal was chopped off, and that's really been a bit in terms of talking points. It's been contested quite well at times, but most of the game is happening in the midfield. There's not an awful lot of goal-mouth chances at either ends. Neither side willing to commit too much going forward. So like I say, it's just got that end of school vibe about it for sure. So hoping for a bit more in the second half. It would be nice to see somebody just come out and at least try to take the game with the scruff of the neck a little bit and try to make something happen rather than just be a bit passive and just let it happen. So yeah, anyway, looking forward to a better second half here at Balmoor Stadium It's Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Peterhead have had the ball in the net again, and it's been chopped off yet again. This time for a handball in the build-up. It was pretty clear. I could see it from the other end of the park. A clear handball. Referee had no hesitation, chopped that one off. So it's still a 0-0 draw here at Peterhead. Hi guys, so there's 22 minutes into the second half. Kelty have made another double substitution. Kind of unusual one this. Off has gone Kyle Gourley, the goalkeeper, replaced by Ryan Adamson. I don't know if there was an injury there or if that was just a tactical or some sort of pre-arranged thing. Anyway, Kyle's gone off and Ryan has come on, and also gone off as Alex Ferguson, replaced by Craig Clay in midfield. So that only leaves, I think, from the team sheet, Kelty with one substitute left to make in this second half. So still waiting for the first goal. Kelty have got a corner now here over on the right. But yeah, so far the game still a little bit flat, still waiting for something to spark it into life, and it would be nice to get the opening goal here from this corner. Oh, and there you go, that actually came pretty close. But it's gone behind for a goal kick. So the score remains with, what's that, 23 minutes on the watch, and it's still Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 0. Hit it, Murray, first time, man. So opening goal there for Kelty, 5 minutes from time. It was Lewis Moore that scored the goal. Seemed to take an awful long time to come. He got possession. It was almost like he'd talked himself out of it a wee bit. He obviously just took his time to line the shot up, pick his spot, and slotted it away into the bottom right-hand corner. A nice finish. You probably heard that I thought he should have probably shot a little bit earlier when the ball first came to him, but he knows a wee bit better than I do. So hopefully Kelty can just keep this tight in these last 5 minutes, see the game out, and finish the season off with 3 points on the road. So I make that 86 minutes now here at Balmuir Stadium, and it's Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 1. Oh, there you go. Last kick of the ball there for Aaron Pettifer, the second goal of the game. Ball just broke back to him. It was a real clever piece of thinking, and he just chipped the keeper, who was off his line, from quite maybe about 25-30 yards out. So yeah, nice way to finish off the season. 2-0 win here on the road at Peterhead. Game finishes Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 2. Hi folks, so that's us finished here at Balmuir Stadium. Full-time score is 2-0 to Kelty Hearts. Goal from Lewis Moore, and then right at the very end, a nice finish from Aaron Pettifer. chipping the goalkeeper from about 25 yards out. Last kick of the ball, referee blew for full time. Immediately the ball hit the back of the net right behind me there. A nice way to finish off the season. Just seen a few of the Kelty fans walking out with a smile on their face. There's two happy smiling Kelty fans just walking past me right now. Not been a lot to smile about this season, but nice way to finish off the season. Like I say, a long old journey back to Fife, and at least these guys can enjoy that now. Look forward to the off season and start prepping again for League 2 next season. So I'm going to wrap up there just now. As always, we'll catch up again tomorrow morning, just look at all the results, final standings, and maybe just a quick summary of the season, and I'll look forward then to what's still to come for me for the rest of the season, and then for the team for next season. But for the meantime, full time here at Balmuir Stadium, it's Peterhead 0, Kelty Hearts 2.
I like Peterhead better.
Hi folks, so here we are now doing just our usual Sunday morning wrap up, and a quick look at the final standings in the league table following yesterday's games. Focusing on the game to begin with, I thought Kelty played quite well in spells. The game wasn't a classic, to be honest. There were long spells of the game where it felt like it was two teams just going through the motions a little bit, just looking forward to their summer break. I felt Kelty started quite well, but like we've seen quite a few times, I think in recent weeks, when the breakthrough didn't come immediately, they did tend to lose their direction a little bit, and that just let Peterhead in, and they finished strongly towards the end of the first half and the early part of the second half. And then the game ebbed and flowed a little bit. Kelty did start to pick up the momentum again midway through the second half. And I thought once they took the lead, it was quite late on when they took the lead, they did deserve to be in front. And I think they probably, on the balance of play, just edged it and were worthy of the win. Lewis Moore, I think, seemed to take a bit of time to get his shot away for the opening goal. You may have heard me in the footage there urging him to shoot a little bit earlier. Maybe I was a little bit unfair to him, because I do think he got a knock in the build-up to that first goal when Murray Thomas played the ball through to him. And I don't know if that's maybe the reason that it took him a little bit of time just to compose himself and get his shot away. He was certainly limping very strongly after the game, so apologies if I was a bit unfair on Murray with that goal. And then the second goal, Aaron Pettifer, right at the very end there, just a really quick bit of thinking when the ball came back off the goalkeeper, just to chip it over him into the back of the net for the second goal. So I think on the balance, like I say, a well-deserved win for Kelty. It was certainly a much happier bus coming home last night than it has been in some of the away games so far this season. I think I'd probably stop short of saying it was a big celebration, but certainly the players felt that I think the pressure was off them for sure yesterday. So they were letting their hair down a little bit on the bus home, and clearly looking forward to the summer break. Just on players who's going to be here next season and who's not, I wish there was something I could tell you, some insider gossip, but I really don't know anything too juicy to be able to tell anybody. I did see one or two players looking like they were saying their farewells yesterday, but I guess that's not unusual at this time of the season at a football club. Players do have to get used to that uncertainty, whether their contracts are expiring or whether there's a chance they could be moving somewhere else. So I'm not going to read too much into that. I'm sure, like all football clubs, when it comes to this point of the season, there will be some people staying, there will be some people going, and of course, inevitably, there will be some new faces through the door. I think all we can do now is wish the players well for their summer break. I'm quite sure they will be back ready for pre-season sooner than they would have liked. Well, I was hearing yesterday that the players are due back for pre-season mid-June, which feels very, very early to me. I'm not sure if it was maybe the person who told me maybe meant July. I'm not entirely sure, but certainly June feels to be very, very soon. In any case, it will come around much sooner than anybody would have expected. It always feels like a long way away, the start of a new season, but they always come around pretty quickly anyway. So just a quick look then at the final standings in League One. Inverness there, ultimately the league champions, the automatic promotion, and that came courtesy of a 2-1 win over Hamilton yesterday. There was a little bit of a scare for them very late on. I believe Ollie Shaw missed a penalty for Hamilton very late in the game to make it, which would have made it 2 each, and would have given Inverness a little bit of a scare, but I think even at that they would have still been comfortable on goal difference and they would have won the title anyway. Stenhousemuir finished runners up, but will feel a little bit unlucky. They've chased Inverness most of the way this season, and it was they only faltered on one result right at the end against East Fife. So that means that Stenhousemuir, Queen of the South and Alloa Athletic will now all go into a 4-way playoff with the side second bottom of the championship, who I think are Airdrie. So I think Stenhousemuir will play Queen of the South, Alloa will play Airdrie, and then the two winners will play in the final to decide who plays in the championship next season alongside Inverness. At the bottom, we already know Kelty will be in League 2 next season. Hamilton finished in the playoff spot. Yeah, so that means Hamilton will play Forfar Athletic. Clyde will play Spartans, and again the two winners of those will play off to decide who stays in League 1 and who drops down to League 2 next season. Just a word on Hamilton. They have had 3 individual points deductions this season for financial issues, and there is a little part of me that thinks maybe 3 individual issues would maybe add up to, I don't know, a 3 strikes and you're out policy, and maybe they should have had a harsher punishment, but I don't know, maybe that's just a little bit of sour grapes on my part. But certainly, I don't follow the situation too closely, but I do understand from what I have read that they've managed to resolve their off-the-field issues. And if that's the case, then I'm sure that's good news for everybody associated with the club. And hopefully that means from now on that their league position will be determined purely on sporting merit and nothing else, which I suppose is the only thing that as sports fans and football fans is what we would like to see. So I think that's probably about it from me for this video. Although the League One season has finished and all the Kelty games have finished, I think there are probably a couple of other games that I can squeeze in, and therefore a couple of other videos. I'm looking at potentially going to an East of Scotland Premier League game next week. So stay tuned for that. I've not made my mind up on exactly which game it will be, but I'll have a look around and hopefully something a little bit different to some of the games that we've seen just in the last few weeks from me. And then going on into the summer break, I'm not quite sure how many videos I'm going to be squeezing in over that off the season period. I have got a couple of trips planned coming up, which I'll speak about a little bit more detail nearer the time. So I will see that there's the potential I could squeeze a couple of videos out of those trips as well. So stay tuned for more information on that. Lastly, as always, thank you to everybody who has watched these videos, who's liked and subscribed and commented on the videos. If you haven't had a chance to look at any of the earlier games, then please feel free to do so. I'll leave a link here to the playlist that you can go and check out any of the videos that you've missed so far. Thank you to everybody who has commented either online or in person when you see me at a game. I really do appreciate all the positive feedback that you've given me, and I hope you continue to watch the videos and continue to enjoy the content. So for me, for this video, that's it. Please stay tuned to the channel and look out for the game that I'm going to next week. But until that point, have a great week and I will see you again soon.